Hello, I'm Holly Copsey and this is episode 26 of VPTV. Yes, that's right, today we're celebrating 6 months of our weekly video series where I talk about productivity, growing my business and anything else that I hope will save you time and help you to grow your business too. We all know how important it is to spend time out of our businesses, so this week I want to talk about something a little bit different following a few days away in Newcastle at Atomicon last month, a fantastic marketing conference run by the highly entertaining marketing duo Andrew and Pete. There are so many benefits to stepping out of the everyday grind. I love getting out of the office and spending time with other business owners, learning from experts, and taking the opportunity to spend quality time with members of my team. From the minute I board the train or start the drive, it's a great opportunity to do some planning, listen to a podcast, or just have some clear thinking time. And with Newcastle being almost 5 hours away, I had plenty of time for those things in both directions. Plus, I met one of my team en route, so we travelled together and had some dedicated time to focus on business planning. In terms of the conference itself, not only was it a huge amount of fun with themed party nights and multiple networking opportunities, there were some fantastic speakers and I came away feeling inspired and clear on the actions to take in my own business. Here are some of my biggest learnings that I thought it would be helpful to share with you. The opening session with Andrew and Pete, the conference hosts, asked us to think bigger and consider which one big domino would dramatically increase our visibility or credibility. They shared how their determination to focus on speaking gigs as total beginners had led to huge success on the international stage and skyrocketed their business. They suggested that by focusing your efforts on achieving a significant, high-impact goal first, you can create a cascade of successes, leapfrogging all the time-consuming years of smaller steps and accelerating your growth. Once you figure out what the big domino is for you, you can go about reverse engineering it and looking for ways of ensuring you achieve it. Next up was Davina McCall, who shared several stories from throughout her career where persistence, determination and true grit paid off time and time again, including wanting a job at MTV so badly that she recorded and sent a video to the execs there every single week for 3 years and got countless letters of rejection before finally landing her first audition. Her attitude was no is a yes that hasn't happened yet, which I absolutely love, and it serves as a great reminder that whatever rejections come our way, we have to keep pushing forward and refusing to give up until we achieve what we've set out to do. One of the slides from Gottlieb's section that really struck a chord was, when shit happens, the shift happens. This is a great way of reframing the challenges you're experiencing and looking at them as learning opportunities with a chance to change your approach to resolving a problem. When you're in the thick of dealing with an issue, it can be hard to view it through a positive lens, but it can often highlight something that needs to be done differently or where you've let a ball drop. And then when your focus is directed to that area, the outcome is that you fix or improve it and ultimately leave it in far better shape. Jen also talked about the value of allowing yourself to be a beginner, and she shared a great story of seeing Jerry Seinfeld perform at a tiny, intimate gig where she realised he was reading off cue cards and practising new material for his shows. If someone who's as an accomplished performer and as successful as him thinks it's okay to be a beginner, then it should be okay for us to think that too. It doesn't always have to be perfect and polished. You need to test, improve and try again and use the feedback to enhance whatever you're creating. Chris James led a fantastic session on lead generation, and one of the questions he posed was, could your business handle 1,000 inquiries, 1,000 leads and 500 new clients? This really struck a chord because I absolutely know my business couldn't, and even reducing those numbers down to 100 or 50 would be a real struggle right now. How about your business? How easily could you handle that many leads or onboard that number of new clients? It was a great way of highlighting the importance of effective systems and to think about these numbers, or more relevant ones, when you're creating your own processes. Chris also called out where we spend our time, highlighting how often we busy ourselves with tasks that take our attention away from the single most important thing, which is driving business growth. His advice was that if you're just starting out and don't yet have clients, you should spend 100% of your time on generating and converting new leads. And if you already have clients, then up to only 50% of your time should be spent in delivery mode. He shared really clear, actionable steps to help generate business, including putting lead gen time into your calendar, choosing a singular focus and sticking to it for at least 90 days, committing to starting a number of conversations every single day, and testing, seeing what works, then tweaking and trying again. Only once you create a method that works and you know how many leads you need to convert in order to onboard new clients, should you consider outsourcing any part of your sales process. There were many other great speakers, but these were the sessions that I found most inspirational and useful for me personally. Ultimately, we usually know what we need to do to drive business growth and achieve our stretch goals, but we have to ask ourselves if we're doing enough and focusing on the right things day to day. We're probably not doing enough to drive leads and allowing ourselves to be distracted by countless other less important tasks, so blocking that BD focus time every single day is critical. Finally, I was reminded that mindset really is the key to success, and continuously working on improving this is critical to our continued growth personally and professionally. The tough times help us focus on what really matters, and by embracing the challenges we encounter, we can learn from them and make incredible leaps forward. I hope you've taken away something from today's episode, and if you're thinking about attending Atomicon in 2025, I can highly recommend it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week for episode 27. Bye bye.